Hello. It's me. I'm obviously coming down with something. Oh my god. My throat hurts so bad, and I have stuffy sinuses. Anyway, Dandy Slane tour shirt, King the Kid. I met them yesterday. Yesterday was really hectic, dude. I woke up a little bit ago. So, meh. So yesterday was really cool, but it was really hectic at the same time, and I'm gonna go over the story with you guys. So we left to Austin, Texas, around like 2 p.m. and it took about an hour to get there, but we stopped at some like destination store thing for like disc golf because my dad and his girlfriend, fiance. For some reason, I'm so used to saying girlfriend that I don't say fiance anymore. His fiance, they are into that, and me and my best friend Layla, we just kind of chilled out. But then we were told false information. They were like, "Oh, you can't drive downtown. There's no way to get in, and there's no parking." But we soon found out that wasn't true. We went and we drove all the way to this bus station. No, and this mall that was like 15 minutes away from where the disc golf store. And we kept getting taking wrong turns and stuff. So my dad turned on his GPS on his phone, and then we got away there. And then I checked Twitter and I saw that the location had changed, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" So I go on to my brother's home. You can hear him singing. So I went on to Twitter, and I was just kind of pissed off. And then so somebody told us that there was a train station that went from that took into downtown. So we were like, okay, let's find this train station. We asked some girl that was at a bus stop where the train station was. She's like, that way. So we went that way, and we ended up just finding a DPS office. So we ended up just going in, and they said that the last train ran at 6. No, my dad was looking on his phone while his fiance went to this DPS and to find out information. And he saw that the last train ran, and it ran at 6:30, and that's when the show started. So there was how are we gonna get back? And so I started freaking out because I was like, oh my god, this is not happening. We're not gonna see them. This is gonna be bad. So after 30 minutes, she comes back out and she's talking. So then she goes back inside. She tells us that the last about the train, and then he's like, well, I just looked up and it said the last train runs at 6:30. And so she goes back in, and the guy luckily knew where this club was, and apparently it was all ages because I called the bookstore where the event was going to be held, and they said it was all ages. And so I'm sorry, my throat really hurts. It's hard to talk. So, but I had to vlog. So we ended up and then this guy knew exactly where the basement was, and he knew how to get into downtown, what road we actually could drive into, and he told us that there's parking garages, and he told us where one of them was, and then that one was $20 for parking. So after about almost 30 minutes stuck in traffic getting to downtown, we got in and we parked, and then we started searching for this club. When we got to the club, my dad said, no, it wasn't my dad, it was fiance. She was like, is this club all ages? And he's like, nope. And I was like, what? But they said it was all ages. And he's like, no, sorry. And then I ended up asking if David could come out, because I kind of know David. David knows who I am and stuff, and we've talked before. And so David came kid. So I was trying to get David to come out. And then some guy, I guess, who works down there was standing outside. He's like, who are you guys here to see? And I'm like, King the Kid. and they were like, oh, well, they're actually having a bit of a problem right now anyway. All of their audience is underage, that's one, and two, they are missing some of the equipment that's needed to perform here, and we're like, oh, okay. And then I asked him if he could go inside and get David for me, and then he disappeared. And then that's when I checked Twitter, and no, the guy came back out and he's like, they already went back to the bookstore and they're gonna play there. And I was like, what? And I found out the bookstore was like past the Capitol, and we were so not close to the Capitol, and our car was parked and we were basically screwed. And so I went on Twitter and I saw that David tweeted a phone number for their band phone, and he put a link to their location. And I was like, please be there, and not a wrong location. So what I did is my friend pulled it up on her phone, and we were literally like running down the streets like as fast as we could. Well, I was, and she's like, slow down, and I'm like, ah. And so we were practically running, and I was like, where does this take us? She said, across the street. So we crossed the street, and I was like, is it in that parking lot? So we turned the corner, and my dad's like, I see a trailer, and I look out there, and I see David's Toyota and trailer, and I get closer and I can see a snapback. I'm like, they're there. And then I walk up to them, we greet, and from then on we had a really good time. We ended up just having a meetup, and it was a really small one. There was probably about like 7 fans there, and me and Layla, we had a lot of fun just like meeting them, and it was her first time meeting them, and it was really cute. Aw. Anyway, but it was my first time meeting Jose, and he's a really cool guy. All of them are so chilled out, and it's great, and it's really cool. It's like, Jose, that's the most I've ever heard him talk, ever. Because I was talking to him, and I was like, what are you doing standing off to the side? He's like, I'm kind of used to it, and I'm like, no, that's a bad thing. You're not supposed to be used to that. So he's like, at least I have a phone to keep me busy, because he was replying to people on the band phone. So I ended up just like sitting with him and talking to him, and going over there every once in a while, just talking to him. And yeah, so it was really fun. We spent almost 2 hours in the parking lot of this hotel that they were going to probably stay at. I don't know, but they were at this hotel. And we had a lot of fun. They actually filmed some behind the scenes, and I really hope it makes it in, because that'd be really cool. And we got the dandiest Lion Tour shirts. And that's about it. And then I ate at some really good Chinese restaurant on 6th Street. And by the way, South by Southwest is so crazy. There's so many people there. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to get around. But luckily I made it. There's a lot of slow walkers too. I'm like, I am in a rush, move. So basically, I'm going to stop talking because my voice is already annoying myself. I'm already annoying myself. Black. Okay. So, I love you guys. So, I'll talk to you later.